even get to cross.
Good afternoon, Mill Valley, and welcome back to another live episode of MVTV. I'm Adelle Warford.
And I'm Annie Bogart. To start this week's episode off, we are going to take it back to last week. Check out this year's homecoming recap with Morgan Coca.
Thanks, Morgan. Shout out to the Mill Valley Student Council for giving us a great homecoming week to start off the year.
Not only did homecoming make this year great, but there is another small addition to our school this year that is impacting students just as positively. Abby Miller is here to give us the inside scoop on forks.
Have you guys noticed the plastic forks and spoons in the lunchroom? That's right, Jags. We finally got rid of those annoying sporks. Let's head to the cafeteria to find out more.
A spork is a cross between a fork and a spoon, more so spoon with little prongs on it.
We had sporks because they were an inexpensive version where we are still using them at the elementary level. They do work well with the little children. We were excited to actually give the high school kids a plastic fork and a spoon versus paying a lot more money for the stainless steel and you throwing them away. With the savings of going to a plastic fork and plastic spoon, it actually saves us about $1,500 each year.
It's easier to maintain, wash, and I believe they like it a lot better.
I prefer a fork.
I prefer a fork.
I prefer spork.
We prefer a fork.
I prefer a fork.
We prefer forks.
I prefer a fork.
Our fight for the forks has come to an end. This has been Abby Miller reporting for MVTV.
Let's keep the good news rolling and head to the sports desk to check out how our Jags are doing this season.
Good afternoon, Jaguars, and welcome to this week's sports segment. I'm Riley Ferguson.
And I'm Blake Arney. To start off, the football team took on St. James at this year's homecoming game. The Thunder took an early lead and scored 2 touchdowns, but missed a 2-point conversion, making the score 13-0. The Jaguars mounted a fourth-quarter comeback as they scored 2 touchdowns, making the final score 14-13. They play away against Bishop Miege tomorrow night, so go out and show your support.
The girls' tennis team had a duel against Bonner Springs on Tuesday. The team won all 12 of their doubles matches and won 15 out of their 17 singles matches. The girls host its tournament on Saturday, so make sure to be here to support them.
The boys' soccer team took on St. Thomas Aquinas on Tuesday, and they won 2-0 with goals from junior Ian Carroll and senior Jake Ashford, bringing his season tally up to 4. They play at Shawnee Mission East today at 5, so good luck to them.
The volleyball team played both Blue Valley West and Blue Valley Southwest on Tuesday night. They won their first match against Blue Valley West in 2 sets, but lost against Blue Valley Southwest in 2 sets. The girls play at Emporia next Monday, so good luck to them.
The girls' golf team were in action on Tuesday at Leawood Country Club in the first round of 3 EKL tournaments. The girls placed 4th overall with a team score of 344. Senior Sarah Lawson finished 6th with a score of 86, and Avery Libby finished 7th with a score of 87. They compete at Overland Park Golf Club next Wednesday, so go out and show them some support.
The cross-country team were not in action this past week, but they will compete in Joplin this Saturday, so good luck to them. That's all for this week's sports segment. I'm Riley Ferguson.
And I'm Blake Arney. See you next week, Jags.
The theme for this Friday's game at Bishop Miege is Whiteout and Blackout, which is the first half you wear all white clothes, and after halftime take off your white clothes and put on all black attire. Have fun, Jags!
Make sure you head out to STA tomorrow and support our Jags.
The new school year is among us, and a student's well-being is very important to their mental and physical health. So for our next series of videos, we're going to learn about the importance of hydration with Sarah Petropoulos, followed by a healthy meal prep with my co-anchor Adele. After that, we'll head to Jack Mahoney to give us an inside look about mental health.
Staying hydrated is very important, especially for young adults and students. I took to the halls of Mill Valley to find out how much water students were drinking a day and why they thought it was important. How much water do you drink every day?
About like a bottle of water, I guess. Like 3 cups. Not enough that I need to, but
4 to 5 bottles, I would say.
Maybe like 2 glasses.
It depends on body size. Some of your bigger football players probably need to be drinking 3 to 4 liters a day, which is a lot of water. Somebody who's 150 pounds and under, probably 2 to 3 liters, depending on if they're an athlete or not an athlete, but a minimum of 2 liters.
Why do you think drinking water is important?
Because it gives you energy.
Because it keeps you going.
Well, it keeps you hydrated, I guess.
So you can be the best of your ability.
60% of the body is made of water. 70% of your brain is made of water. So water allows you to do a number of different things. One thing it allows you to do is to transport things inside of a cell. So essentially it's like what we say in anatomy, it's like canoeing down a stream that doesn't have very much water in it. It's going to be very difficult, you know, and that's kind of the same idea with the human body.
And what happens if you don't drink enough water?
you'll pass out. You'll get dehydrated.
Your pee gets really dark.
Your body will shut down.
Your pee will get yellow.
You can dehydrate?
It can affect every level of performance, from cognitive thought, so your performance in the classroom, to athletic performance, because cells can't transport things inside of them, which means one of their fundamental processes of functioning won't work correctly. So it's like riding in a car with a flat tire. The human body's the same way. Without water, a number of different processes won't function.
This has been Sarah Petropoulos reporting for MVTV.
Good afternoon, Jaguars. Welcome to this year's first segment of MVTV Cooking. Today, we will be making a stir-fry lunch that's quick and easy for the school week. Saute 1 pound of chicken over medium heat. Season with garlic and onion, ginger, curry powder, sesame seeds, and sesame oil. While the chicken is cooking, bring a pot of water to a boil. Then add a package of pad thai noodles and cook until soft. Next, add 3 cups of shredded broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage. Then add half a cup of stir-fry sauce. Mix, then cover. Let simmer for 10 minutes. Carefully combine cooked noodles with the other ingredients. Prepare meals in containers for the school week. Refrigerate your meals for up to a week. When you are ready to eat, microwave for 1 to 2 minutes and enjoy. This has been Adelle Warford reporting for MVTV.
September 9th through 15th is National Suicide Prevention Week. According to statistics from the CDC, there is a death by suicide every 12 minutes in the United States, resulting in 44,965 deaths annually. Rates have increased every year since 2000, and it's time for this trend to stop. But how? This year, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is focusing on the power of connection. Though there is no single cause of suicide, one of the major risks is social isolation. The best and easiest way to reduce this is to connect with one another. People are important, and it's important to make them feel this way. Check up on your friends, sit with new people at lunch, and make people understand that they're wanted. Tomorrow needs you.
Keeping up all kinds of health is very important to both students and teachers.
Finding a fun place to spend your time can help with that. It's no longer just for refilling your tank and getting a snack. Morgan Bluebaugh shows us Shawnee's coolest hotspot, QT, followed by weather.
Quick tip on Shawnee Mission Parkway is a popular place for Mill Valley students to get gas, buy cheap items, or even just to hang out with their friends. We look into 2 students here at Mill Valley and see how Quick Trip has affected their lives on a daily basis.
So I get a Quick Trip like 2 or 3 times a week. We always go there after football practice. Me and Ryan always go get body armors, like the post-football tradition. It's the meetup spot back with GTS. You know who you are. We just went there to hang out. If we're ever bored, you just go there and meet up. So like in Shawnee, we just don't have like a lot of places to go hang out, so it's just kind of the meetup place. They got cheap stuff, like it's a central location, it's close. Whenever I'm bored, I just go there because you're always going to see somebody you know, so it's a lot of fun.
I've worked there for about 5 months, and I really like working there because the schedule is really flexible. I can get any days off I want. The people who work there are really nice. I like my managers, and the work environment in general is really good. And I also see a lot of my friends that come in and say hi to me. There's always a lot of Mill Valley people that come to QT. There's also some Mill Valley kids that work there, and I'd say it's a really big part of the community because everybody goes to QT.
It's good to see Mill Valley students have a cheap, close place to hang out with their friends. This has been Morgan Bluebow reporting for MVTV.
Good afternoon, Jaguars. Belline here with your weekend weather update. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Tomorrow, expect a high of 89 and a low of 69. It's going to be a beautiful game day. On Saturday, expect a high of 88 and a low of 67. And finally, on Sunday, expect a high of 86 and a low of 66. So if you're not doing anything, head on over to the Renaissance Festival. That's all for this week. Have a great weekend, Jags.
To end this episode, we go to my co-anchor Annie Bogart to see what's good at Mill Valley.
Summer has passed and the school year has started, so let's head to the halls of Mill Valley to ask students what's good. Okay guys, tell me something good.
School's back in the caddy shack.
Keegan, tell me something good.
I grew 3 inches. Broccoli, my glasses, I got new glasses.
Senior year! Tell me something good.
I go to school with my best friend Mason now.
America.
Tell me something good.
I'm with my best friend Annie Bogart.
The girls golf team had their first tournament this week.
I stayed hydrated today.
I look beautiful.
Yeah, I just turned 17.
Annie, football season's starting up. It's going to be hype.
So many positive, happy thoughts from students. Let's turn this into a good year, Mill Valley. This has been Annie Bogart reporting for MVTV.
That's it for this week's episode. I'm Adelle Warford.
And I'm Annie Bogart. Please stay tuned for the awesome announcements following the credits.